Okay. Right. So what did we cover last time? Mixing. VHS. Very good. Oh, he's got the notes. Well, I've actually written it on this thing here for you tonight. So what are the three aspects of colour?
Value, hue, and saturation.
Very good. Okay.
White's getting saturated by the yellow already.
Yes, it is quite saturated there. Yeah, the yellow was oversaturated. So, at the end of the last class, I remember saying to Jill, you know what would be really good is if we got some colour swatches all the same, and I got you guys to try and match exactly those colours, right, on the paper. So your job tonight is to fill in these little squares and get it exactly the same. And Jill has got a cream egg, Easter egg, for the one who does the most exact matches, and I will be the judge. Okay, so I'll just demo the first one here. So if you remember from last time, it's fairly straightforward. I just look at what is the closest colour that I have out here on my palette to that. Yep. Yep. So yellow, a little bit of red, and I've made the first one the easiest because it's the purest colour. I think it's pretty much just yellow and red. So once you got a little bit, once you get it fairly close, just try it out. And if you want to mix with your palette knife, you often get cleaner mixes with the palette knife because the colour works its way up into here. So I'll just try that out.
I thought there was a hint of grey in it.
Pretty close, yeah, there's a little hint of grey, isn't there? So, so here's where I look at my colour wheel and go, how am I going to grey this down with what I've got here? I could mix up a grey, which is the same value, which would probably be about one of those. So I could mix those all together and make a grey and then mix that in, and that will add grey, so it will lower the saturation. Or I can look across the colour wheel for the complement and use blue. Okay, so if I add blue, it should grey it down. So let's see what happens, and I'll grab a tiny little bit, add it in. Now it'll often, if it's a more yellowish orange, it'll go greenish, yeah. So just have to watch out because that doesn't look greenish to me, it looks more reddish. So I've added a little bit of blue and I'll just put a little dab in, and I know it's going to be, well, I thought it was going to be not quite right, but actually looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Best way to tell is really just to do a dab in the middle. Yeah. So, might be a little bit too dark. Maybe I could lighten it with some yellow. That's going to push it more towards green though. So maybe I need to add a little bit of red to pull it back the other way, and then maybe some white. But that's going to lower the saturation. Oh, that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, oh, hey, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yep. I think I might get that cream egg. But you know, it wasn't straightforward. I had to play with it and think about this, move it around, push it around. So this one gets a little bit trickier. It's got a little bit more grey in it. I'm not sure if you might not be able to match these colours exactly with the few colours that you've got, but you could get pretty close.
Can we only use 3, 4 colours?
I think it's best if you do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you get to like this one, which is more of a purple, and you find you really can't get there using that, then it's too far away, maybe add a alizarin crimson in there. Yep. So I leave it up to you how you match those colours, but just remember there is a cream egg up for grabs.
What are the 3 colours that you've used?
All right, that's ultramarine blue, cadmium red, and cadmium yellow light, or cadmium lemon. And that's cadmium red mid. Well, that's sort of the generic name, but what in my in my paints which I'm using, which is Cobra water mixable, that's a pyrrole red and they call it primary yellow. Okay. Let's say 20 minutes.
So that means now. Go.
So, yep, go. And then we'll come back here and we'll lay them all out and we'll decide who's got the cream egg, and then we'll move on to the next one.